Yo guys, welcome back to Videomas Day 9. Yes, so today is going to be BBL10 predictions, which is my local Australian franchise T20 cricket league, which there's 8 teams. Yeah. So this might be the start of like a predictions a week and a half maybe, because I got some more predictions video planned, so let's see if those happen. So yes, we're going to be doing the ladder prediction, the finals predictions, my top 5 most runs people, and my most 5 wickets takers. Yes, so let's get started. So for the ladder prediction, we're going to go from 8 to 1. This is going to be all in one cut, hopefully. Yes. So from 8, we've got the Sydney Thunder, who I unfortunately think they have a really talented squad with Ferguson, Hales, Kawaj is going to be there most of the year now. But I just don't think they have the quality to be any higher. So that's why I have them being 8th. 7th is the Adelaide Strikers, who I believe halfway through most of the tournament are going to be hit with international people leaving. Khan leaving. Head's already not there. He probably won't play the first couple of weeks. Carey, he's probably might be there, but with Australia A commitments, maybe. Yeah, so that's why I think they're going to be 7, but they're definitely going to be a good team that will definitely knock off a couple of the higher teams to steal some games here and there. But I think this year is going to be anyone's game. So, like, there could be literally one game between 6th and 7th. But that's why I think Strikers are 7th. This is probably a surprising one that so many people have predicted will be coming last. It is the Melbourne Renegades. Because, like, the reason I think they'll be 6th, like, just out of finals, because they've got full year of Finch. Hopefully Marsh will stay fit. You've got just everyone else. You've got Imran Tahir coming in, I believe. Yeah, you've got Riley Rosso, former South African cricketer. Yeah, so they definitely have a good batting lineup, but I just think their bowling isn't where it's going to be let them down. Even though they've recently got Layla from the Heat, Pattinson from the Heat. They've got Bo Webster who can bowl overs now. They've got Sutherland and so on. But I think they're just going to miss out on the finals. So we're in the finals positions. Number 5, I have being another surprising-ish one, being the Brisbane Heat, who a couple days back, their main international, Tom Banton, said he wasn't going to be coming back this year because of all the bubble fatigue and wants to see his family and stuff, which, yeah, it's reasonable. So if you're hating on him on the internet, shut up. You don't know how it is. They're away from families for months at a time. Yes. So, but I still think the Heat are going to definitely contend. Like, they've got Marnus coming in at the end. They've got Lynn, hopefully having a full health season. Max Bryant, who's slowly making a way back. And then just all of their assets. They got Morne Morkel as a local this year, so that could be a good signing if he stays healthy. Yes. That's why they are in 5th. Number 4 is the Hobart Hurricanes, who they have a definite good top 3 with being Matthew Wade, Darcy Short, Ben McDermott, David Milan later. Yeah, David Milan later on. You've got just their all-rounders are so much better. Yeah. But their bowling attack is where it might let them down. Riley Meredith, Nathan Ellis, and so on. I think last year, Riley Meredith did get smacked a lot. Like, a lot worse. But this year, I think he can definitely be better. And also, Tim Payne might play at the end of the tournament. Yeah. But I didn't say Wade might miss the first 4 weeks maybe, because he's with Australia if he gets selected. So yes, that is why they move into 4th. 3rd is going to be the Melbourne Stars, who have recently just lost Johnny Burstow to the England national test team. But they also brought a big West Indian, Andre Fletcher, who is a wicketkeeper as well. He could prove pivotal for their career and season. But you've got Stoinis, Cartwright, Kuntanal, Billy Stanlake from the Strikers, Zampa. Yes. Sorry for that little stop. That was just because my phone ran out of memory or storage. Yes, so what I was talking about there was like that even though they lost Johnny Burstow recently, they still got Kuntanal, Zampa, Stoinis, Cartwright, Hinchcliffe, I believe. And then you've also got Maxwell, who's probably going to be there all season again. You've got Nicholas Purran later on in the season, about after Boxing Day. But that is going to be a lethal 3 if it goes Stoinis, possibly Cartwright opening, or I would potentially put Nicholas Purran opening as well. So you've got Stoinis, Purran, Maxwell, big hitters like Ben Dunk, who's inconsistent, should I say. Yes, but Zampa can hit a ball far as well. So that is why I have the Stars coming in 3rd. So down to the top 2 positions. You probably know the 2 teams if you're a Big Bash follower. This second is going to be my local team who I go for, being the Perth Scorchers, just because I think that when you look at last year's team compared to this year's team, we replaced Chris Jordan with a fully fit Jai Richardson and a fully fit Jason Behrendorff, and we replaced Livingston with Livingston, but we also added Jason Roy and Colin Munro, who in most T20 careers, he has been definite good for like, but he's how old, 33 or something now, so there might be a little downfall, but I don't think so yet. But then the bowlers, you've got Ty, you've got Richardson, like I said before, Behrendorff, a fully fit one. You've got Fawad Ahmed when you need spin. You've got Agar, who might miss a bit with the Australia A team. You've got Cam Green, who played an exceptional 110 or something in the first Australia A game, so we might not be seeing much of him this season. Yes. So, and big man, Mitch Marsh? Yeah. Who, if he stays fit for the whole year, he's going to be a dominant force. Yes. So that is why I have my team, the Scorchers, being 2nd. So you most likely probably know who is going to be in first now. It is going to be the Sydney Sixers. Just because, like, with their team, they've always been exceptional. Even if they haven't had full, like, internationals in their team, they always have local younger talent that can help them to get where they want to be. Because in the recent years, you've seen Josh Phillippe from the Scorchers, who he moved over there. He's been exceptional. You've got Lloyd Pope whenever he plays. He bowls exceptional spin. You've got Mikey Edwards, who I believe might not be playing this year. You've got Jack Edwards, his brother, who I might be mistaken, but I think he got like a 50 in a trial match a couple days back. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And you've just got the mainstays being Sean Abbott, Jackson Bird, Carlos Braithwaite, who is coming back. But they've also got Jason Holder, the West Indies captain, for a couple games before Boxing Day, I believe. Yeah. So that is why. But also, Moses Henriquez, who in the T20s against India recently, he played well, he just didn't get much to show. So yeah, that is why I have the Sydney Sixers being my number 1 team. We'll be back in 2 seconds. So, we are going to be doing the finals predictions, which this year the format's a bit different. I think they might have experimented with this last year, which for the first game of the finals, you've got 4v5, which is the eliminator, and then you've got the qualifier, which is between 1 and 2. And then after that, you've got the knockout, which is between 3 and 4. And then in the challenger is the winner of the is the loser of the qualifier and the winner of the eliminator. And then the finals are how you know the winner of the challenger versus the team that won the qualifier. So we're going to knock through this quickly. So in my eliminator, I've got the Hobart Hurricanes playing the Brisbane Heat in Hobart, potentially, if COVID doesn't stop this. But I think, because by then, this is like late December, late January, early February, which I think by then they'll have Wade back, Short will still be in exceptional form. You've just got everyone. By then they will probably have David Milan, Sandeep. Faulkner will be hopefully in better form. Yeah, but I think by then Colin Ingram will be gone. But he is going to be pivotal before Milan turns up. So that is why I've got the Hobart Hurricanes beating the Brisbane Heat narrowly, but I just don't think the Brisbane Heat squad is good enough to go far in the finals, because a lot of their players are younger and know how to play cricket. They just don't have as much experience because they lost Dan Christian, the other one who I can't remember, but they lost someone. Yeah. So that is why I have the Hobart Hurricanes beating the Brisbane Heat in the eliminator. So the next one would be potentially a rematch of finals years ago between the Sydney Sixers and the Perth Scorchers. But in that game, I surprisingly have the Perth Scorchers knocking over the Sydney Sixers in the qualifier, even if it's in Sydney. I just think by then, if Scorchers are playing well, they will have full potential with their squad, because they'll have Agar back, Turner, Richardson, Berendorf, Roy, Livingston, Monroe, all in exceptional form if we end up being second. But I can say the Sixers definitely will put up a fight in that game. It all depends on how the pitch is and if players come into form in that game. Yeah. So that is why I've got the Perth Scorchers beating the Sydney Sixers in the qualifier. The knockout is a potential interesting one, because this is the Melbourne Stars, who I had being third, versus the Hobart Hurricanes, who would have hopefully beaten the Brisbane Heat a couple days before. But in this game, I know the Melbourne Stars have a I know the Melbourne Stars have a definite championship calibre team with Maxwell and all that, and hopefully this year they won't have any people leaving their team for international duties, because there's not many one-dayers and T20s in the middle. Yes, but I unfortunately don't think they will get there. I just think they will be one step too far again. Yes. Which means that the Hobart Hurricanes are going to win on the back of Darcy Short, Ben McDermott, David Milan, like I said before. Yes. So I'm going to get through this quickly. The Challenger, which is the game between first or second, just with now it's the Sixers because I see them losing to the Scorchers, like I said before, playing the Hobart Hurricanes, who are in fourth. But this one's going to be short and simple. I think the Sydney Sixers are going to come into form in this game and beat the Hobart Hurricanes. Not easily, but the Sixers will have a great performance. Philippi Stark might be back. Nathan Lyon might be playing by then. So yeah, that is why I've got the Sixers winning the Challenger. So that puts the final being a rematch of the potential qualifier between the Perth Scorchers and the Sydney Sixers. But this time, it might be in the Scorchers' favour by being at Optus, potentially. Unless Mark McGowan doesn't let it happen, so let's hope so. This is pretty simple. The Scorchers just, by then, I really hope they're going to have a potential good squad. Just because you've got three high-class T20 batters, being Livingston, Roy, and Monroe. So yes, that's simple. But then the bowling attack of the Scorchers, Ty, Richardson, Berendorf, Agar with his spin, and Fawad Ahmed, they're going to be exceptional, and that is why Scorchers are going to win the final in BBL10. I might be wrong, but this is just predictions. So we'll be right back for most runs and most wickets. So we back, but this time this is going to be me telling you who the top 5 wicket takers and most runs scored are going to be. It's going to knock out this quickly because I believe this is like a 16-minute video already, and you don't probably want to watch that much. So yes. So with the most runs, we're going to do the traditional 5-to-1 format. But number 5 is going to be the Englishman James Vince playing for the Sydney Sixers, because he's going to have a full year with the Sixers this year. So I think with him opening the batting, him and Philippi are going to have a lot of good matches together. Yeah, so that's why I have him being 5th most runs. Number 4 is probably going to be a surprising one by some of you, but it is Alex Hales playing for the Sydney Thunder, who I predicted are going to come 8th. But when you think about it, a good batter can be playing in a bad team, or it can be a good batter playing in a decent team, just they aren't as good as the other ones. Yeah, and with him hopefully being there the whole year, him averaging 30s maybe, will be great. So that's why he's 4th. 3rd is a person you usually always see up there, with it being Chris Lynn from the Brisbane Heat. He will propel the Brisbane Heat to the finals with a couple big scores. Yeah. So the top 2 might be interesting ones. Number 2 is Darcy Short from the Hobart Hurricanes, because I think he's definitely a good T20 player. He's got the cut shots and straight drives and so on that are capable to be a lengthy T20 player in Australia, which he has been. But this year, I don't think he's going to get selected for the test team or something for Australia. So that gives Darcy Short a full season of T20 cricket, unless Australia announce fixtures soon. Yeah. So that is why he is going to be number 2. Darcy Short, and David Milan and Matthew Wade when he's there. It's going to be lethal. So number 1 is a surprising most runs person, but it is going to be the T20 and 50 over cricket Australian captain, Aaron Finch. It's just, he has a whole season with the Melbourne Renegades. Pardon me. The Renegades might be not as good this year, but Finch is going to definitely carry them over the line. That is why he is my number one most runs this year. Most wickets, we're going to smash through this. Fifth is, I've got Morné Morkel, the South African Australian local for the Brisbane Heat. He's going to get a lot of wickets just because the pace of pitches will be how he wants it, even though he didn't do too well for the one game for the Scorchers last year. But he has a whole season this year. Fourth will be up and coming, even though he's like 28 already, Sean Abbott. He will be definitely why the Sixers are in the top 5 this year. Usual mainstay up top, Rashid Khan from the Adelaide Strikers, who at this rate might not be here the whole season because Afghanistan might be having a series against someone like middle of January, end of January. So, but I think when it's here, he's going to bask on the opportunity and snag lots of wickets. Next is a weird one, but I think if he's fit, Jason Behrendorff can be the second most wicket taker. Just because his pace, him being together with Richardson, Ty, and so on. I just think he hits the pace well. Anything's possible. So that's why I have him being second most runs. First is probably going to be a person you know if he plays consistent cricket, he's going to be up there no matter what. It is Adam Zampa, the spin master for the Melbourne Stars and Australia in shorter formats. Yes, so that is why I've got Adam Zampa being my number one wicket taker for BBL10. We'll be right back to see you. So, thanks for watching this video, guys. If you want to see more of this kind of predictions video from me, or just any Videomas video, hopefully I'll put the description of all links of my Videomas series in the description. Yes, and also let me know in the comments what you think your predictions will be. Yeah, and also, as I've always said in every other video, I'm not forcing you to subscribe, but I would really appreciate it. Yeah, so see ya.